Hey Shay Carl, hey Kayla. Is Lil King 11, also known as Ryan, making a video response to your Our Love Story video. You're talking about couples, young, well, I mean, not young, but couples in general. And I do not, I'm going out with a girl. Her name is Jenny Lynn. Jenny Lynn, that's her first name. Yeah, pretty southern, I know. And I love her to death. I saw her today. She lives about 2 hours away from me. Yeah, long distance. But I love her to death. I saw her today, and she actually just messaged me on Skype. So, anyways, yeah, and I really love that girl. And a little background on how we met. We met at Animazement 2009. It's an anime convention in North Carolina, in Raleigh. We met there. It was so funny because a day or two before then, a day before then, we actually broke up. Or not me and her. Me and my girlfriend at the time broke up. I don't know why, really. I just felt like I should have done it. It just kind of felt right. I was in the moment, and I felt like, that's what I should have done. And, but anyways. So, Jenny. So we met in such a simple way. I was hanging around outside a video room, waiting for the next showing of some AMVs and stuff to go on, and I saw her out there, and I was like, well, I might as well make a new friend, It's like, that's what those conventions are there for, you make new friends. And so I sat down, or I was like, hey, do you mind if I sit here? She was like, sure, I don't care. I was like, sweet. So I sat down next to her, and we just started talking, and obviously, I don't have the same cell phone, but we used to have the same phone. Like, we actually used to have the same phone, and it was so cool because I got out my phone to put in her contact. She was like, "Oh my god, that's so cool!" And so she snatched my phone, and it was so funny because she was such like whatever she was wearing was so cute on her. Like, she looked adorable. Like, I just wanted to hug her. But I just broke up with my girlfriend. I didn't know her, so that'd be weird. Anyways, so we were talking, and we went inside the video room, and I met some of her friends and stuff, and it was pretty cool. So, I was like, yeah, well, I'm gonna get going outside. My parents are gonna pick me up, because it was late in the day. And so I went outside, and I saw her come outside, and I still had her contact information, so I wasn't gonna lose track of her that way. And so I, so she came outside, she's like just skipping along, being all happy, it's like, hey, she's like, hey, well, I'm gonna get going, so it was nice meeting you. I was like, yeah, nice meeting you too. She was like, you like me, don't you? And I was like, I don't know, like, I had no idea what to say. I was like, she's cute, she seems sweet, she's nice. And I was like, yeah. Like, this is exactly what I was like, yeah. And she was like, mm-hmm. And then she just skipped off, and I was like, oh my god, that's so awesome. And, later that day, she called me, from where she lived, and we started talking, and eventually, we were texting and stuff, and she told me, she was like, you're really nice, and you're really sweet, and I think I like you. And I was like, wow, I don't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. I was like, wow, that's cool. She was like, well, do you want to go out or something? I'm like, I don't know. I'm getting over a breakup, and I don't know how, if I should do that. So, I kind of mulled it over in my head, and eventually I started going back out with that girl, which was a huge mistake. But, 7 months later, that's what we'll get to. But, anyways, and so through all that, we talked and flirted, and I was still in a relationship, and I still flirted with her, and I feel bad for that, but, it kind of opened up some new doors for me. We started talking, and she was confiding in me with a lot of stuff, bad relationships with her parents, friends leaving her and stuff, and she really went into extremes. I'm not going to say exactly. And eventually, we lost contact because of an incident, which I'd rather not discuss. And she was kind of, out of, my life for a little while. And, I missed her. And eventually we started talking again, and she told me that she liked this guy, and she liked him more than she liked me, because at that point, she told me that she loved me and she wanted to be with me, and I was like, I don't love you that way, and I don't want to be with you that way. So I kind of shut her down. She told me that, and I swear, like, everything just stopped. Everything just halted for me, and I realized, and I told her, I was like, well, Jenny, I'm sorry, but I love you. And she told me, you had your chance. You had your chance and you blew it. And I was like, ugh. I got so mad at her, and I just cut her out of my life. I just stopped talking to her. And eventually, she started going out with that guy, and I went through 2 relationships, and the last relationship was a bit of a nasty breakup. A lot of my friends kind of, alienated me and stopped talking to me and got really mad at me, and I was like, oh, God, I hate this. So one night, it was like late afternoon, it was like around 3 or so, it was like a Saturday or something, she called me. And that's when I realized I was in love with her. I realized she was always there. She was always gonna be there. And I told her this. I was like, I'm in love with you. Now, you're still with this guy, and I'm not gonna get in front of that, but I want you to know that I love you, and I'm gonna be here for you. Well, she told me that she was only going out with the guy, and she only said that because he was a lot like me. And, she felt bad. She felt like she was using the guy, and, I could understand that. But eventually, she and the guy broke up because of, time restraints and stuff. And on November 10th, 2009, they started going out. And 3 months and 4 days later, it's Valentine's Day. And we saw each other over our winter break, and we saw each other today, and I love her. She's beautiful, she's smart, she's funny. She's just everything I've been looking for. And yes, I am young, I am 14, she's 13. But I don't know, I feel something different with her. I feel like a real connection, like a real understanding that I haven't gotten in other relationships. And I could see us being married. I honestly could. It's not a weird thought for me. I can totally see it. Well, anyways, that's my love story. So leave a comment below and tell me what yours is, and respond back to Shay Carl's Our Love Story video. And Shay Carl and Kate Olette, I want you guys to have a happy marriage, and you guys are definitely role models for me, because I want to eventually have a relationship with Jenny like that. So, thanks for letting me broadcast myself. Happy Valentine's Day to all the couples out there.